Hello everyone, welcome back to Geomorphology. Today, with related to origin of Earth and solar system, we are looking into the nebular hypothesis. The nebular hypothesis was postulated by Pierre Laplace, who was a French mathematician. This theory was propounded in the book Exposition of a World System in the year 1796. The book and the theory states that the solar system developed out of an interstellar cloud of dust and gas, which we term it as nebula. The theory or the hypothesis of nebula is based on three major assumptions. First one is that the nebula is already existing in the universe and it is rotating on its own axis. There is already the presence of rings around the Saturn. The nebula was continuously cooling from its outer surface due to radiation, and thereby it reduces the size through cooling and contraction. Now let's look into theory. Based on the assumptions given by Laplace, he stated that there was a hot and rotating gaseous nebula in the space. Due to high rotational velocity, the outer surface of the nebula started cooling gradually due to radiation. This gradual cooling leads to the contraction of the size of the nebula and thereby decreased the nebular size. The reduction in the size increased the circular velocity and the rotational speed of the nebula. As the rotational motion continued to increase, the centrifugal force increased and it exceeded the centripetal force. Consequently, due to high centrifugal force, the condensed nebula was separated from the inner layer or the part. According to Laplace, only one ring of material was separated and not 8 by 9th of what Kant has postulated in the gaseous hypothesis. This original ring was then divided into 9 rings and each ring moved away from other ring. The materials in each ring condensed in a point in the form of hot gaseous agglomerations. And later on, these hot gaseous agglomerations cooled and condensed to form present day planets. Thus, the planets were formed and the central nucleus became the sun. Likewise, due to similar process, the satellites were formed from the planets. This is about the nebular hypothesis postulates. Now let's evaluate what the hypothesis explains. As a major criticism, Laplace did not explain how the initial nebula appeared or existed in the space. He have already mentioned that the nebula is existing in the universe. Thus, the source or the origin of the nebula was not given in the hypothesis. When the outer layer was removed due to high centrifugal force, the equatorial part should have a greater bulge. Such a bulge is not visible on Sun now. If all the planets and satellites were thrown out from one same ring, then everyone should have their rotational motion in the same direction. However, we know that there are planets that are moving in opposite direction than others, like the case of Saturn and Venus. The nebular hypothesis is also not able to explain the present day distribution of angular momentum in our solar system. It is well known that the Sun possesses 99% of the total mass, whereas the planet possesses only 0.1% of the mass in our solar system. As far as the angular momentum of the solar system is concerned, 99% lies in the revolving planet and only 0.1% is contained in the Sun. According to the angular momentum, this cannot happen because it cannot be changed for an isolated system. Laplace maintained that his nebula was already an isolated system. So the angular momentum, even after the separation of planets, should not change for the Sun. However, in reality, the Sun has only 0.1% of angular momentum now. This is also against the mathematical formulation of angular momentum. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Post your queries or suggestions in the comment box or in the Google Classroom. I wish everyone a great day. Thank you all